What's going on, everybody? In this video, I want to show you my $100,000 truck collection, which is nuts. Anyway, I actually made one of these videos a little while ago. I had a completely different fleet. It was pretty monochrome. It was a couple Dodges. They were all Cummins, I believe. Chevy, my LBZ, and my Raptor. I love those things, but I've since moved on. I've liquidated those and reinvested in all of these. So in this video, I want to give you a tour, do a little bit of a numbers breakdown, tell you about the mods, start them up, give them some revs, wrap them out. You know what I mean. So we got gassers, we got diesels, we got nicer, newer trucks here, and then the junk that's over there. Anyway, I'm going to show them to you all right now. So follow me. So starting off with the newest truck in the fleet, we have the 2015 Chevy Silverado. It's squatted. Check that out. We are actually fixing that today. It's going to the shop to get some new tires on the back and getting the squat taken out, going back to OEM fitment and ride height. Anyway, we got the 2015 Chevy Silverado dropped in the rear. It's got an exhaust. It's got the 5.3 and 4x4, 130 something thousand miles. Come on in here. I'll show you the interior. We'll do a little startup as well because this thing sounds well, it's not quite my favorite, but it sounds loud. Got her. So there's the 2015. Now, obviously, I just moved all of these trucks to film this video, so they're all moderately warm if they're not all the way at operating temp. So moving on, next up, I like this truck a heck of a lot more. It's a 2013 Chevy Silverado 1500, but it's got the big 6.2 in here, and it's the LTZ, meaning that it's leather, it has heated and cooled seats, Bose sound, everything, and it's been modified as well. We have some aftermarket wheels, some spacers on here, fender flares on 3 of the panels, and then we're waiting to get a new fender right here, some aftermarket headlights, and I'm trying to think anything else. I'm not sure about the exhaust. Oh, it has an intake in here. Anyway, if you can squeeze in here, I want to show you this interior. Then we can start it up. You can see this interior is pretty minty, especially for a truck. The only thing we're missing is the sunroof. We got the extendo cab. Oh, don't ding them. Anyway, here's this. Not too gnarly, not too nasty, not too loud, but this thing is pretty sweet. Hopefully I didn't dent it. And then we got the 08 GMC Sierra 2500. This thing has the Vortec 6.0 4-wheel drive. We have some aftermarket MB wheels, and what else? Anything? Exhaust on here as well, that's for sure. This thing is as bare bones as it gets. Work truck as can be. Rubber floors, crank windows, even in an 08. Which kind of stinks, but it has incredibly low mileage, under 63,000, which is pretty crazy. I like how this thing sounds, so we'll start it up. There's not too much to show you in the interior, so don't bother coming back this way. Oh, if I can even fit. Whew.
Oh, big strong man.
Big strong man. Okay, sliding down through here. Whoa, parkour. Anyway, we have my favorite truck of the fleet right here. This is my baby. She is a 2008 Dodge Ram 2500 with the Cummins. It's got the 6.7, fully tuned, deleted, lifted 5 inches. We have the big 20-inch Vision Prowler wheels, 37-inch tires. A couple of other things are done to this. I just crossed 200,000 miles driving it home. And it is a super sweet truck. I love this thing so much. And I don't know if you'll be able to fit and squeeze in here. It's a pretty base cloth truck. Actually, I didn't even have to duck too much. But we've got the EGT gauge in here. Nothing too fancy, nothing to see. It's just a nothing too fancy, nothing too much to see. I will use the step on the GMC to hop in here because she is a little bit tall with these 37s. Now it might take a little while for the fuel. Well, that worked. We got a fuel system down there as well. Anyway, you go over to the I got a tutorial. So she's a little coal roller, if you know what I mean. Anyway, we're moving to the second gen right now. This thing is pretty sweet. It's like half clapped, but also half mint. So we have this huge like ranch hand style bumper, 20-inch moto metal wheels, and then an amazing interior. This thing has 270,000 miles, so not low by any stretch of the imagination, but not insane for these trucks. They run well into the 300,000 and 400,000s. Anyway, this thing is leather with no tears in the upholstery and no cracks on the dash, which if you know second gens, you know how much of a rarity that is. So I want to flex this interior off because the body, well, it needs new paint and some other work done as well. No cracks in the dash. Very, very nice, very nice. Anyway, this thing, it's modified. Anyway, this thing is like slightly modified with the wheels and the bumper. No intake, just stock intake box, but it does have a very loud, drony, noisy, annoying exhaust. So I'll start it up right now. Anyway, before we blow her up, we'll move on to the next one. We have the Dodge Ram 1500 with a missing hood. And the reason it's missing a hood is because we have a nitrous system going in here. Some fat turbos, a big procharger, supercharger. We're getting them all. Engine swap with a Ferrari engine. Lexus LFA sounding. No, just kidding. It's getting a hood painted, unfortunately. So it's just basic, whatever. It's got the 5.9, 4x4, pretty low miles. It's also a leather interior, which is pretty sweet. Not too common. The only thing it's missing here is a sunroof, and it's got 136-ish. It's stock. I'm not even gonna bother starting it because of that. I mean, I can just to show you that it runs. But you know, if I moved it here, it does in fact run. And do you wanna see the interior? Other than a completely cooked dash, which we don't need to check out too much. It's got a very, very, very bad dash, but otherwise the interior is pretty nice. Oh, it's got 137. Correction. I mean, this thing is... That thing is just whatever. Anyway, we have the pride and joy, the best one of them all, the Ford Ranger. This thing is actually a 4x4 Ranger as well. It's got the biggest engine available, the 4-liter 6-cylinder. It's an XLT, meaning that it theoretically seats 5, which I don't know about you, but I do not want to be crammed in with 4 other people in this thing. It's 4x4 as well, so it's like a proper truck, but it's also definitely not a proper truck. Anyway, this thing sounds mean, I tell you, because it has an exhaust leak, so it sounds horrible. But I'll definitely rev her to the moon because she's a Ranger and that's what she deserves. Foray! Oh, baby! Maybe we just get a little bit of Anyway, you can have fun with your own toys on your own property if you have trucks like these. So I think that's going to conclude it for this video. Sorry that we had to end on this note. It's a pretty bad place to end, but we have some sweet trucks over there. We have some sweet trucks coming to the channel here pretty soon as well. Once we move through all of these, reliquidate, reinvest in some new stuff, probably some car content. You've seen bike content, seen it all. Anyway, with that in mind, we actually have to jump to the numbers really quick. I calculated it this morning. I have $52,000 in the purchase price of all of these combined, and then probably somewhere in the high 60s, low 70s invested. But I would say ARV, after repair value, the sale price of all of these should hit maybe 100 grand, which is pretty nuts considering I own all of these trucks outright and bought them for 52K. Now, I'm not making $50,000 net profit, but I should make a couple of tens of thousands in total, driving, modifying, building, enjoying all of these trucks, doing some little rippies in the grass. Maybe I have to pay for some lawn care service now too. But anyway, with that in mind, hopefully you liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Drop a comment down below telling me which one of these is your favorite, which one you like the most, what else you want to see on the channel, because I'm open to buying anything as long as it has the potential to be profitable. Anyway, if you're interested in learning all of the secrets, all of the key insights that I've learned throughout the years of doing this, all of the different trucks and vehicles that I've owned, that I have driven for free and even profitably and made money on, then hit the link down below to get started in the program. Hopefully this is proof enough. And actually I have a banger video coming out showing you how to start with as little as $1,000, $1,100 to be exact, and move all the way up to about a $50,000 truck, at least something incredibly nice like my old Raptor that was about $30,000. Anyway, I think that's going to conclude the video. Enough of me rambling. Check out the program if you're interested in learning, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.